For the culture, they gon' bite like vultures.
Hey everybody, welcome to Caught Up in a Book with Lauren. I'm Lauren, and here on this channel you'll get book reviews and more for the culture. Today's video is about well-known TV shows and movies that are based on books, and most of those books are what? Urban fiction books. If that sounds like something you're interested in, if that sounds like your vibe, welcome to the channel. Welcome to this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Once you subscribe, won't you sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Number 1, Queen Sugar. Queen Sugar is a show on the OWN network that is currently in its 7th and final season. It began airing in 2016 and is based on the novel Queen Sugar by Natalie Bazile. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Natalie Bazile. The book was published in 2014 and brought to our television screens by Ava DuVernay and Oprah Winfrey. The 1-hour TV show is beautifully casted, and in my opinion, it is very true to the book's overall storyline. It's based in rural Louisiana, and siblings are dealing with the aftermath of losing their father suddenly, and they have to handle his estate and all of his affairs. The father was a sugarcane farmer, and the children have to determine if they are going to sell the land or keep it in the family. The land was the father's like pride and joy. It was like a labor of love for him, so they really want to keep it in the family ultimately, but it is a struggle. The book and the show are very similar, but there are a few things that stick out to me, and I have to touch on them, okay? So, in the book, Micah was a girl. On the show, Micah is a boy. And I also feel like there's like a significant difference in their ages. And not significant, but the little girl, I feel like she was like a preteen, maybe 11, 12 at the most. And Micah is a teenager on the show. He was in high school and now he's in college. So he was, a little bit older than the girl character as I remember her from the book. The character Hollywood in the book and Hollywood on the show, y'all, they are two totally different people. If you have not read the book, you would probably be surprised, like flabbergasted at the differences between Hollywood in the book and Hollywood in the TV show. Very different, but it really works for the show. I will say that. I love Hollywood on the show, so it really works there. I wouldn't change Hollywood on the show. So that's one difference, but it's not a big deal. The storyline is still the same. Another difference is Charlie's character is not married at all in the book. I can't recall exactly, but I believe the husband is either dead in the book or they are divorced, but she is definitely a single parent at the very, very start of the book, and basically continues on that way. Also, and lastly, Nova. The character Nova does not exist in the books. I feel like that's a big shocker too if you haven't read the books and you see the TV show first, maybe. Then you read the books and you might be looking for Nova. But we don't have a Nova in the books. In the books, it's just Ralph Angel and Charlie. And Nova really works for the TV show because Nova is Nova a troublemaker? I don't know. Nova, she keeps the storyline rolling though. We need Nova to do a little bit of the dirty work that Nova does, okay? So, like I said earlier, the TV show is well casted. It is beautifully casted. I feel like everybody on that show is beautiful, generally beautiful, okay? Generally beautiful. It is casted with some newcomers and some familiar faces. I feel like the breakout stars from the show are Kofi, whose last name I will not try to pronounce, but Kofi plays Ralph Angel, and we all remember him from Girls Trip. So Kofi, definitely a breakout star in the show, and so is Mr. Omar J. Dorsey. Now, I don't know for sure, for real, if I knew Omar before the show. Omar plays Hollywood, the TV show Hollywood, and now he's moved on to the Power Universe, but I don't know if I knew him before, but I feel like he definitely has potential to have an awesome and long career. And he has Queen Sugar to thank because I believe him and Kofi are the breakout stars of the show. I highly recommend this show. It is awesome. The book was good too. When I heard about the book, well, I heard about the TV show, I maybe had seen the book before. I knew it was based on the book. So I read the book first before the TV show came on. And I was shocked at some of the differences, but it worked. So the TV show, sorry, definitely has me a little more enthralled than the book. But the TV show is one that you can definitely go back and watch again and again, maybe. The book, you might read it once, possibly twice, if you're trying to like cross-reference or fact check with the TV show. The TV show, I highly recommend, okay? The book is available at the link in the description box below, and the show airs on Tuesday nights on the OWN network, on OWN, and you can also stream previous seasons on Hulu and Amazon Prime. Number 2, Little Fires Everywhere. Little Fires Everywhere is a Hulu original series that began streaming in March of 2020. It is based on a book by the same name that is written by Celeste G. N-G. Oh, I'm sorry, Celeste. It's by Celeste, and her last name is spelled N-G. The book was written in 2019. I would call the show a miniseries or maybe a limited series. There are 8 episodes total, and I feel like they fit everything into those 8 episodes. Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon are the main stars in the show, and I believe that Reese also produced the show. So the acting is spectacular in the show. The show is very complex with a lot of little nuances that work together and stream the show alone. Reese's character is a picture perfect wife and mother, just like the community that she lives in, that was planned out to a T before anybody ever moved in, while Kerry Washington's character her life seems to be in shambles a little bit, okay? She's got a little shambles going on. She's kind of going with the flow, and she is the artsy fartsy type. She's artistic, so it's not really shocking that she would be go with the flow and just going with the wind. But when you have children, you have to ground some of that, okay? So both characters are mothers, and their worlds collide, truly collide in the show. They become intertwined, and in the end, there are literally little fires everywhere, okay? The show is definitely worth a watch. I really enjoyed it. It is one that touches on subjects such as race and class and so much more. Okay. It was very popular during the quarantine of 2020, and as a result, it was also Emmy nominated. I recommend the show, and I'm sure the book is even deeper. So it's on my list of books to read. If you want to read the book as well, the link is in the description box below. And if you want to watch the show, check it out on Hulu. Number 3, The Family Business. The Family Business is a show that can be found on BET and BET Plus. It is based on many books that share the same name by Carl Weber. The show began in November of 2018. The show has a catchy little theme song, like the title song, and it has 4 seasons with a 5th season on the way in 2023. This show has the potential to be on TV for quite a while because the books have given us a ton to work with. There are several books in the series and even some spin-offs and prequels that are based on the Duncan family, okay? So the Duncan family is in the family business of, you got it, drugs. The show is beautifully casted with some OG heavy hitters like Clifton Powell, Miguel A. Nunez, a face that you definitely know but may not know his name. He is from Joanna Man and Life, specifically those two movies. There's also Lisa Ray, she's one of the heavy hitters in the show. Then you have some familiar faces like Breely Evans and Tammy Roman and KJ Smith. KJ Smith plays Sasha, and you may know her from Sisters and also Power Book 3, Raising Kanan. Breely Evans was in Just Right. She's in House of Vicious, and she stars in Carl Weber's movie The Man in Apartment 3B. I also have to say that Tammy does an excellent job on this show. She does an excellent job as London, okay? She seems to be like the perfect person to play the role based on the vibe that I got from the book. London was a grown woman, you know what I'm saying? She was a little more mature than her siblings. So I think that Tammy gives that vibe and she's perfect for the role. This show gives us like soap opera slash telenovela vibes. It's one that you may like or dislike, but I fall on the side of pretty much liking it. It has that same vibe as some of the Tyler Perry shows. I don't know if they film on the same lot or what, but BET could maybe possibly put a tad bit more money into it to give it a little more gloss and shine, you know? But either way, I highly recommend the books and the TV show. TV show is awesome, cast pretty well. It's a dramatic retelling, so the acting is gonna be a little dramatic, a little extra. We all watch the soaps, and you have seen maybe some of what telenovelas have to give. So this falls along those lines, okay? If you are interested in reading the books, which are a little less dramatic, but still very dramatic, okay? If you're interested in reading the books, they are linked in the description box below, and you can catch Carl Weber's The Family Business on BET and BET Plus. You have to check your local listings. Number 4, True to the Game. True to the Game is a movie based off of a 1994 novel with the same name by Terry Woods. Y'all, 1994 was a while ago. Folks, it's almost 30 years old if they were born in 1994, but this is a OG urban fiction book. Like the very first iPhone is the OG, okay? So the book itself is the icon of sorts in the urban fiction world, and the movie was highly anticipated, y'all. Highly anticipated and finally released in 2017. The book is urban fiction, so of course you have drugs, sex, money, rock and roll, all that good stuff. I have to be honest and let you know that we could have done without this particular version of the movie, okay? A movie for the book is awesome, but this particular movie was a little lackluster compared to the book, and it just didn't give what I thought it was supposed to give. I was a little disappointed, honestly. You have Columbus Short and Vivica A. Fox in the film, and they are great actors, but they don't really shine in the film. Okay, they don't shine at all. Then you have some new faces. For me, the acting was less than stellar. It was subpar overall, and no tea, no shade, honestly, to the actress that played Gina, who is basically the main character of the book. But that actress lacked the youthfulness and the innocence and like the naivete that I expected from Gina's character in the book. Gina was like in college, I think, and she was caught up in the drug dealers, this, that, and the other. That actress may have been a little too old to play the role, in my opinion. Okay, I don't want to be ageist, but it just is what it is. Okay, this was a college student going to college for the first time after graduating high school, not a college student, going back to school after taking some gap years off. Okay, so that actress was a little stiff too. She was a little stiff, so I will say her and her acting kind of contribute to me not liking the movie, because she wasn't even giving off the young vibe that you would expect from Gina's character from the book. Overall, this is a movie that I cannot really recommend. It's not bad, but it is kind of bad, okay? It's kind of bad. And no amount of surprise guess can make it any better. So this book is the first of a trilogy, which means that the movie is also the first of 3. And throughout the 3 films, you do get special guest appearances and things like that. I don't know if they count as special guest appearances, but they have quite a few people in the cast. Tamar Braxton shows up at some point. The girl from My Wife and Kids shows up. She's in the first movie. She's in there. The guy from Chicago or Power, or maybe both. The Shy. He's in there. Faith Evans makes a special appearance. The grandma is a familiar face. Dog, I know that lady. Is that the lady from Soul Food? Sorry, y'all. I don't know, but it's a lot of faces in there that you may recognize from other things. The Felon Bay, he's in the movie. It's a lot of people that came to try to make this movie be worth watching, but I cannot recommend this movie. can't do it, y'all. I don't recommend the movie, but I do recommend that you give the book a try, okay? You should definitely read the book and see how urban fiction has grown, as well as how much the story has sort of, stayed the same, where urban fiction overall hasn't grown, because this book, again, like I said, is almost 30 years old. So it is like I said, the original version of some OG street lit urban fiction, nitty gritty, urban gritty writing. So to a degree, it's probably like a foundational book. But this movie, all the movies, all three movies, but you should definitely give the book a try. So if you're interested in giving the book a try, it will be linked in the description box below. But I do not recommend the movies. None of the movies. Watch those at your own risk. All right, y'all. That is it for today. But there are so many books that have been turned into movies and TV shows out here in the world. So I think this video will just be part one of a series, honey. We will have to highlight and spotlight some more TV shows and movies out there that are based on books, okay? There will definitely be more videos like this to come. If you have enjoyed this video so far, thank you so much for making it this far, okay? I hope that you enjoyed. Please comment, like, and share this video, and please, y'all, please subscribe to the channel. We are on a growth journey over here, okay? And I'm looking for my tribe. So if you are interested, if you're a book enthusiast like me, please subscribe and make sure you come back and get caught up in a book with Lauren, where we offer book reviews and more for the culture. Happy reading, everybody. Bye.
Do it for the culture, they gon' vote you.